Because if Della takes this leg,
140.
Leighton starts the last leg. That was a 23-dart leg by Leighton to take the last leg, but they all count. Della looking to level the 6th set. As one of his biggest fans watches, 2 darts for Della here. Double 8. Double 4.
57.
Leighton way back.
Keith, you require 4.
Double 2.
Yes, that's a second leg. Keith Della.
There she is, Sue, Della's biggest fan.
Third leg, Leighton to throw first. Game on.
Well, this is where Leighton has got the strike. He has to take this leg, or else Della goes 5 sets to 1 ahead.
100.
Slacky start by Keith Della there, so Leighton could fill his boots, as they say.
123.
That's filling. A great return to the limelight by Rees.
83.
But he's got to take this leg to save the 6th set. And with Della chasing like a bat out of hell.
121. Leighton, you require 152.
There's a 3-dart shot here for him, was he needed the 60.
60.
Probably needed more than that. Della gets going on the 60 here.
Leighton, you require 92.
To pull back a set. That's the one he wanted. He wants double 16. Double 8.
Yeah!
There he goes! The old campaigner campaigning on! The set score now, just before the interval, is down.
Well, at this point in the final, after the first 6 sets, the two players come off stage for a brief, and I'm sure a very welcome break indeed. And we can just reflect with Eric Bristow in the studio the importance of that last set, because to have gone into the interval 5-1 down for Leighton Rees would have been a real problem.
Yes, yeah. If he'd went 5-1 down there, yeah, I don't think he would have come back. So, but now he's won that last set. He's still disappointed that he's 4-2 down, but he's thinking, well, there's still a hope. He hasn't played like he did in the semi, and he has all week. He's had a lot of stray darts, but there's a long way to go yet.
Of course, we saw Della ahead 4-0 in his semi-final, didn't we? And then he had a little bit of a lapse of concentration and allowed his opponent to get back into it and had to regather himself. Might that happen again now?
Well, it's 4-2 now. The next set, when Keith goes out, he's going to have to throw. So he's got to hold his servers and win that set to go 5-2 up. If he loses that, 4-3, the game's going to be open. It'll be Leighton's throw the next set, and we could have a final on our hands.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, we've been saying that Leighton's 47, and I suppose we've been waiting all week to see if he was going to fold under the pressure. How do you think he's standing up to it?
I think he's very pleased he won that last set and it's still open. He's not going to give in. He's going to go out there and give it his all. I don't think age is going to have nothing to do with it. He's determined, he wants to win it. Keith's got to be very pleased at the moment, 4-2 up. Keith hasn't played brilliant. He's got to be laughing. You know, sure. One of them's going to turn it on in the second half. Depends which one it's going to be.
There's no doubt, is there, that Leighton's really got to produce his best darts now in this second half of the final if he's going to pull it back. And in fact, there was just one illustration perhaps in that first session when he showed us what he can do. This is where he gets a 180 and a big check out to save the second leg in the 5th set. Now this is what he needs, isn't it?
That's it. That's the way he played last night. He's still got it there. He hit a 180 there, left himself 99. Yeah, that didn't help Keith's scores, but and he come back from the dead. You go out on 279 with 6 darts. That's great. It hurts the opponent. He's got a lovely action though, Leighton, and he just brings it back. He follows it through. 60 double 10. And he went on to lose that set though, didn't he? To go 4-1 down. But that's what he's capable of doing, and who knows what's going to happen. One of them's going to take over the second half. Keith's got to hold his serve the first game. And if he wins that, he's bang favourite. If he loses that, the game's wide open.
Sure. Does the interval come as a relief to players in the final, or if you're ahead, you know, 4-2 as Della is it a nuisance and you're really wanting to get on with it?
I think Keith would have wanted to carry on, you know, because when we go out there again, he's got to start it off, and that's when you're vulnerable with your first shot. And when you're ahead, you want to carry on. Leighton will be glad for the break, and he'll just sit down for 5 minutes, think about it, and think, right, let's go for gold.
I just wonder how Leighton might be affected by the Alan Evans situation, who's sadly, as we know, in hospital, and he's come as a late replacement. Maybe he feels a little way that he's playing both for himself and both for Alan as well.
Yeah, he's playing for himself, Alan and Wales, you know what I mean? Leighton's very patriotic and he wants to win it for everybody. More so for himself as well. I
did suggest to you at the start of the programme that I thought the trophy would go to the man who was most desperate to win it, and although I didn't want to say so at that stage, I feel that will probably be Della.
Yeah, Keith's a young lad. He won the Embassy that year in '83, played brilliant. Hasn't really done a lot since, and this is his big chance to say, well, it wasn't a fluke, I can still do it. And Leighton really the same thing as well. Like Roy the Rovers, if he wins it, that comes in as a sub and wins the title. Sure.
Bit of a new experience for you, sitting in the calm of the studio here, compared to being out on the stage in a big final. Are you missing it? Do you wish you were out there?
Yeah, I'd rather be out there than sitting here, but, you know, it's all swings and roundabouts. We'll be there again.
Yeah, my company's not that bad, is it?
No, you're all right. Not a bad assistant at all, I tell you.
Thanks very much. All right, well, they've had the break, the two players, Della and Rees, and the audience now out in the venue, waiting for the two players to come back onto stage for the second session and the conclusion of the final.
And there's some interesting comments there from Eric Bristow. And well, there it is, the Unipart British Professional Trophy, and that's what they're going for.
Ladies and gentlemen,
£10,000 check,
back,
along with that trophy.
And Leighton Rees.
So we go back into the ball. Della leading the way.